Holy moly, moly, moly.
Hey guys, it's your girl Lucinda and I'm back with another quick and healthy recipe. This recipe isn't as quick as my prior recipes. It's still under 30 minutes, which is still considered quick, but this one is a little bit longer than my previous recipes. This recipe is a Hawaiian-inspired pork burger. Since 4th of July is a couple days away and we're at the beginning of the summer, I figured that this would be a great recipe to share with you guys. And it's a recipe that we can do indoors, which we're going to do today, or you can do it outside on the grill. All right, so let's get started. So here we have our ingredients. I have some ground pork here, some pineapples, some juice from the pineapples, some scallions, red cabbage, my seasonings of salt and pepper. I'm going to make a sauce, and this sauce is going to be done with ketchup, some brown sugar, and some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to start with the sauce because that way it'll sit for a few minutes and then it will, get more flavor. I'm going to have the complete rundown of this recipe in the description, so don't worry about measurements and what I'm doing. I do everything by, as you guys already know. So here I have a pinch of brown sugar. This is probably about a half a teaspoon. I'm going to put, I would say for this one, maybe about a tablespoon or so of ketchup. That was definitely or so. I'm gonna put, for me, about a capful, which is probably around a little less than a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar. And then I'm gonna put about a spoonful, or I would say about a half a teaspoon of the pineapple juice. I'm gonna mix it around, that going. Okay, so that's gonna be sitting for a few. Now we're gonna move on to our pork. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn on my cast iron skillet. If you're gonna do this indoors, I recommend using a cast iron skillet. For some reason, it just cooks the pork better. It gives it a nice char. And on the pineapple side, which we're gonna do like a little char on that too, it really works good. I would totally recommend using the cast iron skillet. Okay, so what we're gonna do here with our pork is we're going to add some scallions. Again, please do not pay mind to what I'm doing. I'm going to give you the full breakdown in the descriptions. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Now, I do it to taste. A little more than for this amount of pork. I would say this is about a little less than a tablespoon, but I'm not gonna get into all that because like I said, you guys are gonna get the full recipe with all the correct measurements. I love pepper, so I put a lot of pepper in everything. We're gonna combine this and we're gonna form some patties. Now, you can also add a little Worcestershire sauce into this. I like Worcestershire, but I really want this to, be authentic tasting in terms of it being Hawaiian, so I'm not gonna add this. But, make the recipe your own. I'm combining that in. A little trick that I like to do too, because oftentimes, and I know when I follow certain recipes that I get off the internet, it's not, the salt and pepper is not exactly to my liking with the taste. So what I tend to do is I will add the salt and pepper, whatever the recipe recommends. And then when I make my burgers, I would turn around and then I would just kind of like sprinkle a little salt and pepper on the tops. Kind of like what you do when you buy store-bought patties and you season them already on the grill. That's what I would do too. Just not too much, because again, we want to watch our sodium. So I'm gonna do like 2 patties today, and then I'll put this to the side and do the rest later. Okay, so we have 2 nice little patties here. We're going to put them on, get them cooking. We're gonna let these cook through. So I would say 2 to 3 minutes per side. maybe a little bit more depending on how you like your char. So we're gonna let this cook out and we're gonna see where we're at in a few minutes. Okay, so they're cooking, as you can see, and look how good they look. All right, you want to get a nice little crusting on them, so we're cooking them a little bit longer. Again, this can take anywhere from, I would say 2 to 3 minutes, but since I'm using sort of like one of those hot plate type things, it's going to take a little bit longer. But obviously when you go on your range or you're on the grill, you're going to fall somewhere around that 3-minute mark per side. Okay, so we're going to just let these cook some more. See how great they look? Look at that. Done. Okay, now again, remember, I'm using a cast iron skillet here, so the char is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take these bad boys off and let them sit and rest for a few minutes. And while that is resting, these patties, I'm going to take 2 pineapples, because I'm only going to make 2 today, and I'm going to put them into my skillet. I'm going to let those char out a little bit, just on one side. I'll probably do this for about a minute or 2. In the meantime, I'm going to take my coleslaw, I'm going to add my scallions, and I'm going to take a pineapple juice that I have left over here, and a little salt and pepper. I got myself like a little slaw here. Mix it together. It's pretty, right? Look at the colors on that. Let's see how.
Got the kick.
I want it a little bit darker, just a little bit. I want that to be a little darker. Give that another minute. I'm going to take my little dressing that I made here. I'm just gonna put a little here in the bottom of my buns. I got whole wheat buns because remember, this is supposed to be healthier. Okay. Sauce there. I'm going to take a patty. This there. Another patty. I like these bigger ones here. Right there. Now, this is done. I can smell it. It smells good. Pineapple. Pop it onto our buns, and then we're going to take some salt. I mean, my hands are clean, so that's how I do. I kind of like it here. Like pretty like this. So pretty. Look at the colors. I feel like I'm in Hawaii right now. All I need is like a little hibiscus flower here and maybe a nice little drink. I don't know a Hawaiian drink. You guys know what a Hawaiian drink is? Like a Mai Tai, is it? I don't know. Whatever. I never said that I knew everything, right? Tap our buns. So, well, you know. I'll take a better picture of this, but here is my Hawaiian-inspired pork burgers. They look cute, and they're really good. I'm gonna have the full breakdown of the recipe in my descriptions, guys. Please tell me what you think of this recipe. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Take care. Bye.